Dear students, in the last class we learnt about the disaccharides. Sucrose is the example. The commonest sugar, we know that sucrose. The main source is sugar cane. Structural elucidation of sucrose is the molecular formula is C12H22O11, which on hydrolysis with acid, okay, or enzyme, it gives a equal parts of glucose and fructose. So we can conclude that sucrose contains a 2 monosaccharide unit. Okay, sucrose neither reacts with phenylhydrazine nor reduced Fehling solution because the absence of CO group, because in the glucose and fructose they have a glycosidic linkage between the CO group, so that's why CO group is absent. Then the glucose linked via its C1 to the C2 of fructose, because in the glucose CO group is present at C1, in the fructose CO group is present at C2. Okay, next sucrose is hydrolyzed by maltase. Okay, it does not react with emulsion because glucose has a alpha D glucose unit. On complete methylation, it gives a octamethyl derivative, which on complete hydrolysis it gives 2, 3, 4, 6 tetramethyl glucose and 1, 3, 4, 6 tetramethyl fructose, because the OH group should be present on these carbon atom. So that's why the OH is removed and the CH3 is substituted. Next, in this class we learnt about the structural determination of sucrose. Determination of sucrose, it means Haworth structure and the cyclic structure, how it will formed. Okay, here the reactions and configuration of D-glucose and D-fructose molecules, the structure should be, it means we know that the sucrose, it has a combination of fructose and the glucose. We know that is 2 monosaccharide unit is present. The reactions and configuration of D-glucose, how it will form by the glycosidic linkage D-glucose and D-fructose molecules. Okay, molecules. The structure of the sucrose is like that. Here CH, CHOH, CH, CH2, OH. Okay, this will be the glycosidic linkage. First, the glycosidic linkage between the C1 and the C4 carbon atom in glucose unit, and then CH2, OH, CHOH, CH2, OH. This is the fructose. Here also the glycosidic linkage between the C2 and C5. Okay, here you have to observe, first the glycosidic linkage should be formed between itself only. Okay, in the glucose C1 and C5, in the fructose C2 and C5, and The C double bond O group is present at the C1 carbon atom in glucose unit. C double bond O group is present at the C2 carbon atom in the fructose unit. And I was told you in the last class, that is the glycosidic linkage between the C1 and C2. C1 of glucose and C2 of fructose is formed. Here you have to see this. This is the first carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, here I am mistaken. Here one more CHOH should be written. Okay, sorry, I did a mistake. Here this will be the fifth carbon atom, this will be the fourth carbon atom. Okay, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟು ತನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಫಸ್ಟು ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ C1 of the glucose and C2 of the fructose should be glycosidic linked. This is the structure of sucrose. Okay, this is the structure of sucrose. Here you have to see this. Sorry, I did a mistake. You have to see here. This will be the bonded with second carbon atom of the fructose. This is the cyclic structure. Next, in the Haworth structure, how the Haworth structure is formed means Haworth structure of sucrose. Okay, how it will formed here, the kinetics of hydrolysis, the kinetics of hydrolysis and optical rotation. Kinetics of hydrolysis and optical rotation of sucrose affords strong evidence that sucrose is an 2D glycoside, and sorry, it's not a 2D, this is alpha D glucoside and beta D fructoside. Both the structure and configuration of sucrose is shown in the following formula. Okay, here it means that the kinetics of hydrolysis, it means, and the optical rotation of sucrose. The optical rotation, you know that if it is in the right side or it is in the left side, whatever it may be, here both are D, it means right side the rotation will be taking place, and the kinetics of hydrolysis, and both these two conditions affords a strong evidence that, it means, both in these conditions sucrose have a Haworth structure. It gives a strong evidences that gives an alpha D glucoside and beta D glucoside. Both the structure and configuration should be shown here. Okay, ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಆವರ್ತ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸು ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ನ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮತ್ತು ಆಪ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆವರ್ತ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ structure of sucrose, avarta structure of sucrose. Here you know that glucose is the pyranose ring, it means 6-membered ring. Fructose is the furanose rings because 5-membered ring is there, and in that you have to observe this will be the glycosidic linkage. Here in this carbon atom CO bond is present in the glucopyranose, and in this carbon atom C double bond O group is present in the fructose. Okay, this will be the form the glycosidic linkage between the C1 and the C2 carbon atom, C1 of glucose and C2 of fructose. ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. C1ನಲ್ಲಿ C ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ O ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, C2 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮಲ್ಲಿ C ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ O ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಅದು ಎರಡೂ ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಡಿ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಪೈರನೋಸ್, ಬೀಟಾ ಡಿ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಫ್ಯೂರನೋಸ್. Pyranose means 6-membered, furanose means 5-membered. You know that in the last class I was explained you in the glucose and fructose. You have to mainly observe this. This will be the structure of Haworth structure of sucrose. Do you get it? And in that it may be noted that during the hydrolysis of sucrose, the beta D fructofuranose is produced first, then converted into beta D fructopyranose. Okay, both it means ಇದೆರಡನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ನ ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸು ಮತ್ತು ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸು ಸೇರಿ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆಯಿತಾ? ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಫಸ್ಟಿಂದನೂ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಮೊನೊಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರೈಡ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಮೊನೊಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರೈಡ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ದ beta D fructofuranose. Okay, first we have to get a beta D fructofuranose is produced, and then this should be converted into beta D fructopyranose. It means 5-membered to 6-membered ring will be converted. I was told you know conversion reaction is there, ascending reaction. Here also that should be taking place. First which one? Hydrolysis of ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ನ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟಾ ಡಿ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಫ್ಯೂರನೋಸ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಪೈರನೋಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್. it means cyclic structure and the Haworth structure. Mainly you have to observe that glycosidic linkage is formed in between the C1 of glucose and C2 of fructose. Next thing is structural formula of maltose and lactose. It means Haworth structure of maltose and lactose. Okay, first one is maltose. Here we know that it is a commonly known as malt sugar. This maltose is commonly known as malt sugar, okay, which is a disaccharide. This is also disaccharide. Here this maltose is present in the germinated seeds, particularly cereals, and that should be in the form of starch. You know that starch means it is a present mainly in the rice. Okay, it is commonly known as malt sugar, which is also a disaccharide, and it is presented in the germinated seeds. Germinated seeds ಅಲ್ಲಿ present ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And the formula of maltose is C6H10O5 N. N is, we know that 2, 3, 4, whatever it may be, etc. N is the number 2, 3, 4, not in the 1. 1 means it gives a monosaccharide unit because it gets a 2 minimum value because it is a disaccharide. We know that disaccharide means it has a what? 2 monosaccharide units. How it will be prepared? Here, sorry, not a preparation. Here, which on hydrolysis, which monosaccharide unit is present in the maltose, we have to know about that by hydrolysis. ಯಾವ monosaccharide ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಹೈಡ್ರಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ನ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಬಂತು. ಇಯರ್ n number of C12 H22 O11 is there. Okay, it gives a maltose. Maltose, we get it. And this maltose C12 H22 O11, this will be again hydrolysis. It gives C6H12O6. Okay, glucose should be formed. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಎನ್ ನಂಬರ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ C12H22O11 ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ molecular formula of sucrose. Okay, we get a maltose, and then again this maltose, again hydrolysis, it gives a glucose. So we can conclude that the maltose contains a which monosaccharide unit? Glucose. Glucose monosaccharide unit is obtained from the hydrolysis of maltose. ಈಗ maltose ಇಂದ ನಮಗೆ we can easily conclude that glucose to monosaccharide unit ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. Okay, and then we will move on to the structure of maltose. Here there will be no presence of fructose, so it has a pyranose ring. Okay, glucose has a pyranose ring, both has a pyranose rings because it does not form a fructose. This will be the HOH CH2OH. This is the 1 molecules of alpha D glucose. Here how many molecules of glucose is there? 2 molecules plus HOH CH2OH. This is another molecules of alpha D glucose. Okay, here the glycosidic linkage formed between C1 and C4 carbon atom. Glycosidic linkage between the C1 and C4 carbon atom, it means removal of water molecule. Water molecule is removed ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ OH ಗ್ರೂಪು ಮತ್ತು EH ಗ್ರೂಪು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ here this will be oxygen is there, H ಮಾತ್ರ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದರಲ್ಲಿ OH ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, H CH2 OH and here H OH H OH OH H H CH2 OH. This is the Haworth structure of maltose. Okay, the structural determination of the sucrose. This is cyclic structure of sucrose. Here in the C1 carbon atom and C2 carbon atom fructose should be glycosidic linkage is formed. So sucrose is obtained, and also in that this is the Haworth structure of sucrose. This is pyranose ring and this is furanose ring. This will be the glycosidic linkage C1 and C2 carbon atom, and in that this sucrose which on hydrolysis it gives a first beta D fructofuranose, and then that should be converted into beta D fructopyranose. Okay, and another disaccharide is there. One is structural maltose and another one is lactose. First one is mainly Haworth structure we have to determine here. This is the first we have to know about the maltose, and it is commonly known as malt sugar which is disaccharide. The formula is like this. Here C6H10O5, that should be hydrolysis, it gives a maltose C12H22O11. Okay, and also here this is not a molecular formula of maltose, this is the starch molecular formula, because starch is a polysaccharides. Okay, this is the molecular formula of starch. This starch which on hydrolysis it gives a maltose. Okay, then C12H22O11, this will be hydrolyzed with the hydrolysis, it gives a glucose. So we can conclude that glucose has a monosaccharide unit. 2 monosaccharide unit is present in the maltose. Okay, then alpha D glucose, this will be the glycosidic linkage between the C1 and C4, and this is the Haworth structure of maltose. Okay, ಸಾರಿ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಲ್ಟೋಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಚ್ದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಇದನ್ನು ಹೈಡ್ರಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಮಾಲ್ಟೋಸ್. ಓಕೆ.